Welcome everyone, this is Nichel Anderson. I'm your host for my podcast show, Surviving Your Journey Towards Success. Today we're going to talk about Mr. Fear. It's been a while since I brought him up. But nonetheless, today as I get ready to wrap up my season 7, Surviving Your Journey Towards Success, is from my book, Surviving Your Journey. All right, Corporate America, Surviving Your Journey. Do check out that book. I am going to update and get me write a new book. I've just been very busy releasing music, doing this and that. I've just been a busy little bee. I appreciate everything that I'm able to do in the name of God. Thank you. We're going to get into this. This is going to be episodes 29, Why Mr. Fear Uses Your Doubt to Prevent Your Meant to Be. So we're going to get all up into that. Before I do that, we need to go ahead and say a prayer like I usually do. This is my 7th season. Can y'all believe that? If y'all really think this is wonderful, what you know what you need to do? Tag me and say, we're so proud of you, Nichel. Okay, let's get into my prayer here. In this day, I am thankful to the prime creator of all things that I give thanks for this blessing and opportunity that I will use it for the greater good. So welcome my survivors of the journey to my podcast that aims to inspire and motivate that you will continue to have joyfulness in your heart, peace of mind, and for your sustained success. So we're going to talk about why Mr. Fear uses your doubt. We can get all into it, some why and what strategies you can do, because I know it'll be getting on your nerves, okay? So this right here is episode 129. I'm so happy. You hear me? And that I made it this far in this journey of podcasting, and I started it doing tweets and stuff, and people kind of connected with that. And then it just blossomed into, I want to be able to talk more about it, to expand on what I'm thinking. And here I am. So we're going to talk about Mr. Fear. It's been a while. You need to check out my other episodes if y'all just now listening to me, or you have before, because I talk about Mr. Fear. It's actually a family. Can you believe it? Yeah, they're cray-cray. But nonetheless, they enter in our lives, and we have to kind of deal with that. So today, why Mr. Fear uses your doubt. Basically, that's ability to let you think that you don't have a way out of your situation, okay? It's never gonna happen. And with that, in my previous episode 128 last month, check it out, please share it. And definitely I got a Prime podcast that's on Substack. Do consider to become a Prime paid member. You'll get additional access, not only to me, but of my content here that I do on this podcast show. And I have another podcast show, which is my short stories. So do check that out, okay? There'll be a link in the description that you can join and get access and all that, merch and all that, and get this wonderful content that I've been providing for now 7 years. We're going to get into my important point segment, Mr. Fear. I would say a hot mess, but worse than that. But nonetheless, number one, the important point for you to take today is that the aim is to restrict your thinking that limits your ability to choose for a different path, because you are so consumed with anxiety, which is just another way to relate to fear that you must defeat. So if we look into that, the anxiety just brings about the fear of not knowing or which way it's going to be. So therefore you kind of put things in place that, it can be related to your worst assumption of what it can be. It can create things that you just not feeling good about it, right? And therefore you want to be able to think outside of the box, but you can't. You just consume. So anxiety is another way I like to describe where you're just restricted so much that you can't even move, you can't even do much because you're so consumed with fear. So that's how the doubt comes in. So number 2 point here, important point to talk about, is doubt is the point of not knowing when you actually just have to trust in what you don't see. So that's where the faith comes up, all right? By having the faith. So for example, what you don't see don't mean it won't happen. It's just that it's not the right divine timing. It's not the right divine timing. And there are time delays that can happen, and you just have to connect with that to understand it. So breathing techniques, when you breathe 1 through 10, really helps you to calm your mind, and therefore it will reduce the anxiety and helps you to defeat that doubt that's coming up, okay? You have to endure and fight strategically in order to be able to get those big blessings that are due to you, that are being blocked or for whatever reason. And you want to keep on holding on the faith. Faith, as we say it in scripture, is basically what you don't see, but therefore doesn't mean it won't manifest. And that makes you to start thinking in a way to demand what you seek and what you deserve. So let's go to number 3. So the main reason basically Mr. Fear uses your doubt is because it increases and launches other emotional turmoil of your mind that you get confused, you freeze up, you're not ability to choose, as I mentioned earlier. That's equal to being in a situation where you don't feel you have the resources, but 9 times out of 10 you do, and you just have to tap into that, right? And you have to be able to use affirmation. So doubt grows when the anxiety is there, and anxiety is there is because of what you don't know, or what you do know, you're still thinking of what worse it could be, and then not having the clarity can clog that up. So Mr. Doubt comes in knocking on the door, seeing if you open the door to be able to let the unknown, right? And that's how fear only increases. So you have to be able to look at something much more concrete, what you do know, what is logical, what is factual in that sense, that you can prove, that you can understand. You break that down, and whatever you have not known or put together, you leave it to the universe to bring forward what it needs to be. So Mr. Fear uses the doubt in those pockets of opportunity where you're not really focused or able to hone on, use that faith mechanism, and then it just grows. So it's not that the truth won't be revealed and help you to move forward so you can get the clarity. It's just not there yet. All right. So you have to move forward. So affirmations help. Affirmation statements help. You can get a lot of that if you Google it, where you can go and use some affirmations. By the way, I was thinking about creating an affirmation book. That's on my to-do list. I need to do that. But nonetheless, that helps you to be able to grow and to understand what's going on and what you need to let go. All right. So let's move to your task to dust to dime. So practice today to say affirmations, you can use scriptures, you can meditate, you can do all of that to push back. You can even have a cup of tea. Okay. So you want to be able to start practicing today to say that it is what it is. Or you can say, even though I don't know, I will in divine timing. So even though I don't know, I will know in divine timing. So those are some really good statements that you can use to help you to defeat it. And again, Mr. Fear, why he uses that? Because basically it works. I mean, it's old saying, why go over here when it actually works? We just keep doing this, and then, the person's not going to focus, not going to be where they need to be. They're not going to be motivated. You know what I'm saying? So you have to flip the game and just accept what's the root cause of that, and do some breathing techniques, some yoga, whatever. All that helps to kind of correlate to bring you out of that storm and into sunny skies. So your motivational takeaway is you want to aim to love your heart, and you will soar, but also you want to be able to speak forward moving statements that motivate you, okay? That get you moving and get you loving, that you are somebody of worth, and whatever you're going through, you can move out of that. All right. Guess what, y'all? Guess what this is? Wrap it up. I'm about to wrap up my season, about to wrap up this show. And I really appreciate you so much, and thank you for supporting my podcast. Do share this if there's someone that you think they can be motivated. I'd be very happy for that. And guess what? I'll talk to y'all in the next one.